The addiction is real. Hey you guys, welcome to another video. I am glad you're here with me on this Sunday. Actually, I'm just chilling the rest of the day. I mowed the backyard, cleaned up a little bit, did the dishes, etc. And now I've just kind of been listening to music and catching up on all the LPs I've been getting. I wanted to mention that I have an Instagram account. If you guys want to follow me, just look me up at Omaha Introvert. I think I've been on there about a month now, but I'm finding I really like posting on there. I really like, now I also have a Twitter, but I kind of have been neglecting it. I really don't like Twitter that much, but I like Facebook and Instagram. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, please do. Hope to see you there. It's really fun. I'm going to do some needle drops for you guys so you can hear maybe 2 of the albums I'm going to show, just a little clip of each. I'm going to start off with 2 CDs I've gotten the past few weeks. The first is just called Dream World, Essential Late Night Listening. So this is actually a trip hop / electronic compilation. This came out in the year 2000 on Priority Records, it looks like. So it's got tracks from Tricky, Hooverphonic, Massive Attack, Morcheeba, Moby, Cocktail Twins, Olive, Dead Can Dance, Spiritualized, Luna, and Sparkle Horse. And it's a really, I don't know if my camera will focus in on that for you, but I got this at Goodwill, and it's a really, really nice compilation here. I'm into trip hop. So my favorite song on here is probably by Morcheeba, and that's a song called The Sea. It's really good. And I also really love the cover of Sweet Child of Mine by Luna. If you guys have never heard that cover, check it out. It's beautiful. So, and I believe Luna, they have a release on Run Out Groove Records right now, which that track is actually on. So I'm not sure how much it's going for, but by the way, Run Out Groove Records, I will leave a link below. They might re-release Juliana Hatfield's Only Everything album from 1995 if they get enough votes for it. There's like 3 albums up for voting, and whoever gets the most votes, they're gonna re-release that album on vinyl. So I'll leave the link below if you want to check out the 3. I think I voted for Juliana's album like on both of my email accounts, so I really hope that gets a vinyl release soon. Just one of my favorites from her. Okay, moving on, you guys. Sorry, get off on a tangent. The next one is Throwing Muses University. This is another one of my favorite 90s albums. This came out in 95. So you guys probably know the song Bright Yellow Gun from this. It was really good. It's just good 90s alternative rock. Kristen Hirsch was in the band. So it's good stuff. Throwing Muses University. And that was actually sealed for $5 at Half Price Books. Alright, on to the vinyl now. We are going to start off with Bob Marley's Natty Dread. Bob Marley and the Wailers. This is, I believe, his 5th album. Peter Tosh is not on this album. I think this album came out after maybe he took off. But there's not a bad track on this album. I'm not going to say too much about it because you guys probably or most likely already know about it. I really like Bend Down Low, Revolution, Rebel Music, No Woman, No Cries on here. I bought this off of one of the eBay selling groups, and the person had it listed as a VG Plus for $14, so I thought maybe that was a good deal, but after listening to this, I've come to the conclusion that it's probably just a VG, so I'm a little bit upset about that. Just there's a lot of background noise on it, so I'm going to try cleaning it a different way, but that's an excellent album. The next one I'm going to show is by Marvin Gaye, his Midnight Love album. As you can see from the hype sticker, Sexual Healing's on here. This came out in 1982. This is a really good album. I especially liked side 2. You got Third World Girl, Joy, My Love Is Waiting. Just a really good R&B soul album. Marvin Gaye. I don't like a whole lot of 80s R&B, but I really like Marvin Gaye. So the next one is Leonard Cohen's Songs of Love and Hate. So Lou showed this in either his last video or the video before, and that's Daddy Sensei Silver. He showed this and he said it was on sale on Amazon, so I decided to see if that was true for the United States, because I know he's up in Canada. And yeah, this was only $6.99, so it might still be that price. Check it out if you like Leonard Cohen, if you like this album. This is his third album. It's really deep and intense. It also comes with a poly inner sleeve, which I thought was really good. It's on Columbia label. So yeah, $6.99. I couldn't pass that up. I have to be in the mood to listen to this, I find, because it's just so deep and somewhat depressing, I have to say. I love the song Joan of Arc on here. Just really good stuff from an excellent songwriter. Alright, next I'm going to show an album that I found out about from one of Vinyl Richie's videos, and also I believe Lisa mentioned this band. That would be L.E. That's her name on YouTube. And it's the Mystic Braves, and this is Days of Yesteryear. So this is kind of one of those bands where they're 60s influence, like major 60s vibes here. Just look at the back cover here. I really dig these guys. This is so good. I'm gonna let you guys hear what they sound like in a little bit with a needle drop, but they've got the, you know, electric birds-ish 12-string jangly guitar going on. They got the organ. Just really spot-on 60s inspired group here. I know there's a lot of 60s groups that take from the Beatles and just the 60s in general, but I was really impressed with this. I think this might be their third album. They have 2 or 3 albums under their belt now, but I decided to go with this one. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Here's what they sound like. Also, hats off to Vinyl Richie, because he told me about this album after I mentioned them in a couple videos ago, and I really love the early Bangles material, so he told me I should check this out. This was a Record Store Day release from 2016. I decided to leave the shrink on for this one. It's Ladies and Gentlemen, the Bangles. Yeah, and this is actually on yellow vinyl, or it's more orange, I think. Gorgeous. So this LP is really cool because it has their early material. So it's got demos on it, some live tracks, and it has the songs from their first EP, which is what I wanted. So I was gonna buy that EP separately, but you know, then I found out about this. Actually, Robert told me about this as well. So thank you to the both of you. But this is their early stuff from 1981 to 1984. If you like early Bangles, you're gonna really dig this. The other album I had from them was their first. And I already showed this all over the place, which is just superb. But I'm really glad I picked this up. And here's the track listing. I'm very happy with this. I'm pretty much all set for everything I want from the Bangles now. I don't think I'm going to go any further or past these two albums. So yeah, I'm happy. They also do some covers on here of, let's see, Outside Chance, Steppin' Out, and a love cover, 7 and 7 Is. Just awesome stuff. These ladies were so talented. Love this. Alright, finally, I'm going to show something that I found 2 weeks ago now, I believe, and I've really been enjoying it. It's something kind of rare. I've never seen it before. This is what it looks like. It's Depeche Mode's demos. They're early demos. Now, it says early demos, however, Comeback right here. Let me show you the track listing first. So it's got a lot of good songs, and I think that Television Demos LP that I got, I think this same company put that out as well. So they do a lot of demos releases, I guess. Now the quality on this isn't the best because it is demos, a lot from the early 80s, but I notice a lot of crackles and pops, even though this is new vinyl. So a little bit disappointed about that, but you know, it's for a hardcore Depeche Mode fan, which I am, and that's the label. Sorry you guys, I keep forgetting to show you the labels on these. I gotta get used to doing that because I know many of you want to see that. Very enjoyable listen for me, being a huge fan that I am of Depeche Mode. So on these, Martin Gore, who I consider the mastermind of Depeche Mode, especially after their first album, Speak and Spell, he took over songwriting duties and a lot of arranging the music and such. So Martin Gore sings on a lot of these songs, except for Comeback. What I was saying about Comeback is I'm not sure why that was included in the early demos, because that was actually on their album Sounds of the Universe. So, because it even sounds more modern, so I don't think that belongs in the early demos title, but I just love these. Martin Gore has one of my favorite voices out there. He and Dave Gahan just make an excellent team. That's why they're one of my favorite groups of all time. So to find this, especially locally, was a huge surprise and treat for me. I'm just kind of obsessed with Depeche Mode, as I mentioned before. I have one more of their albums on the way. Actually, I have a lot of stuff on the way because I went a little crazy with eBay. Again, it's like whenever they have a 15 or 20% off site-wide sale, I can't help myself. Like a true addict, I go freaking nuts, and I spent, I think, $100. So on 8 LPs, though, that's not too bad. Much of those were new. But anyway, I'll play you a little bit from these. Let me know what you guys think. I love this. I'm so happy to have found it.
Come crashing into my little world, painful to me, pierce right through me. Can't you understand? Oh, my little girl, all I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary.
lastly, got something in the mail yesterday from Farley. His real name is Chris, but I believe his channel is called Farley's Independent Music Channel. I will leave a link down below. I sent him Judas Priest's first album about a month ago. I had received that in a VCLT months and months back, but Judas Priest isn't really my thing. And the person who sent it to me said I could pass it on if I didn't like anything in that package, so I did. And Chris was the recipient of that. I told him he didn't need to send anything to me in return, but he was super generous and sent me some albums here. So I'm going to show you what those are. The first one is Grateful Dead's Blues for Allah. This will be my first Grateful Dead LP ever, and actually on any format. I am so not familiar with Grateful Dead. I know, it's crazy, right? I really need to get on the bus with that. I think I looked it up, and it was like 1975 or something like that when this came out. Obviously, Jerry Garcia's in the band here on this grouping. But I have not listened to this yet. I'm very excited to listen to it. Let me know what you guys think. This will be my first experience listening to Grateful Dead. I have heard a few tracks from American Beauty, which is well known, but I haven't heard anything from this yet. So thank you so much. This is gonna really kick things off with my Grateful Dead exploration, I guess. So that's pretty cool, right? And then we've got, he must be watching my channel because Neil Young is one of my favorite artists ever, and he gave me Decade, which is a just phenomenal compilation of Neil Young's material. I think the first 10 years maybe. So yes, I have heard this before. I have another compilation on CD, but I don't have this on CD. So it's super nice to own this on vinyl. It is a trifold. I'm gonna be very careful here. I really like this picture right here of Neil. That's cool. It's hard to show you. But yeah, really cool trifold here. The label, I believe it's Reprise. Yeah, it's Reprise Records. Really good shape on these. When I've seen this in the stores, it's been very like scratched up copies. So I really appreciate this. This is really a treat for me. You got all the good songs on here. You got Mr. Soul, Sugar Mountain, which I love, I Am a Child, The Loner, Cinnamon Girl, Down by the River, Cowgirl in the Sand, Helpless, Ohio, The Needle and the Damage Done, Tonight's the Night, Part 1, Like a Hurricane, Cortez the Killer, Long May You Run. So this is going to be a really fun listen. Now, the thing with Neil Young is I have a ton of his albums already on CD. So, like, even though he's one of my favorites, I'm kind of holding off on buying his stuff on vinyl just because I already have it on the CD format. So, Neil Young is probably my top 5 favorite artists of all time. So thank you, Chris. This was an awesome, awesome gift. Unexpected, too. So that was very generous of you. Alright, you guys, I really need to wrap up this video. I didn't anticipate it being this long, but I have about 8 to 10 more records coming because of that sale. And also, I wanted to mention I won a phenomenal eBay auction that I kind of mentioned last time, but I got a second chance at this auction, which surprised the heck out of me. And actually, the auction was from a VC member, which I didn't know until I got a message from this person. So what are the chances of that I would win an auction from a VC member? That'll be in the next video because it was like 7 LPs that I ended up winning for a really good price, but I haven't had time to listen to those yet. It's gonna take me some time, but I'm excited to show you guys those. I'm excited to show you the rest of the stuff I have ordered, so stay tuned for sure. And all right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. You guys have an awesome day and thank you for watching. I will talk to you soon.